Yeah, rolling.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, you know what's funny on the not this podcast, but like a few podcasts ago, I uh I noticed I listened back to like the end. Sometimes I'll fast forward to like the end and check them out. But the uh I said one when I got up and let you and Darren talk amongst yourselves. It was just like dead air. You guys were just struggling. You know, you guys were struggling, and in this last podcast, I brought it up, and I go, maybe you don't, maybe you just skimmed over it, but I brought it up how you guys were just dead in the water the moment I left, and I go, it just shows how brilliant and talented I am because the moment I leave, you guys are dead in the water,
well,
and nobody corrected me. You know what I mean?
but honestly,
Between you and Daniel and Darren. Nobody. I said it as a joke. I was trying to be a joke, and you guys just go, oh yeah, and then just kept moving.
it's
And
true.
I want to thank you guys for the. I want to thank you guys for the compliment because I went in being a real asshole. I was like, this just shows how brilliant and talented I am. That the moment I got up, y'all died. But you guys are like, oh yeah, and you just moved along.
Wait, between me, Dan, and Darren,
No,
or
no,
me and Darren?
no. It was just you and Darren. When you and Darren were podcasting, and I got up and got drinks, and I just left you guys to your own
Yeah.
conversation, and I listened back, and it just died.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that
Yeah.
though too, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, this is like some crickets going on.
Yeah,
But to be honest,
yeah.
like Darren's your friend for forever, and you know him super well. And I don't know if I can bust his chops on anything. Whereas if it was me and your brother, like me
Yeah.
and Dan, like the two of us can go back and forth for days.
Yeah,
'Cause I've gotten to
but-
know him so well.
But I
So,
mean, no.
yeah.
I mean, the beautiful thing about these podcasts is that they're real. They're real.
Yeah.
So you're not picking up stuff, but it is. There is really no excuse for it just dying out. Because
no excuse.
yeah, I mean, and I blame that one on you because you're the one that's on a mic all the time.
Sure,
so,
but
so look, you got to keep
I
it rolling.
I agree with that, but I don't know how tender he is.
No, you don't have to bust balls.
No,
It's
but,
just
okay.
conversation.
Yeah, I could create a conversation, but how much do Darren and I have in common?
No,
you guys have history.
like-
I know you from my
No,
better
it has
half.
nothing to do with my boy. No, it's no. I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with it. It was good. It's still good, but it was just interesting. To the moment I got up, it just died.
So next time you leave me and Darren in a room alone, I'm gonna pull out like a Rob Ross kind of thing. Like, and so do you like paintings?
Well,
I
no.
like paintings.
Well, no. Who cares about time? I sit here and talk on the mic by myself for hours. There is, but it does show that there is a talent. There is a talent to this.
No, it's very much. You have got the gift of gab. You would
Yeah.
also be a great hairdresser or barber.
Well, I'm also not a homosexual, so that would be difficult.
No, you could be a good barber.
Oh, you said barber. Barbers
Yeah.
are definitely not homosexual.
Yeah, no,
Isn't
I
that
love
funny?
barbers.
Isn't that funny that
Barbers aren't homosexuals, but
a hairdresser is?
are.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny?
Just because they also do women's hair, like long hairstyles.
Well, it's a style. Like most. I'm just saying most straight men. When barbers aren't stylists, they're hair butchers, I guess you could say.
Yeah, pretty
Right?
much.
You just there's a technique to it, and you do the fade and you do the. You cut however you do it.
Yeah, back in the day, barbers like the whole the whole reason why they have the red and white pole.
No, I don't remember actually. I did
or-
get that info
yeah, do you
at some
know?
point. I don't remember. No,
So
tell me.
back in the day, barbers were not just like hair cutters and beard shavers. They were also like they were semi-surgeons. So any small surgeries that you needed to do, and also some of them even got into dentistry because you had to be really good with a skilled blade. So
But why is that the pole?
well, the pole it stands for like light skin with a little bit of blood down it.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's why it twirls like that.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
yeah, cool, right?
I remember hearing that a long, long time ago. And now it's a barber. When you see that, you know there's a barber there.
Yeah, and they but the thing is, the whole thing was that they were skilled with a blade, so that they would be able to get out whatever infection that you needed to be cut off,
and the straight razor,
yeah,
and all that. See that is an art form. There's a great barbershop. There was right here off of 2nd Street, and they just closed down. I just noticed, but they were busy all the time, so I don't know why they closed down, but they specialized in the straight razor shave,
nice.
and the all that old school stuff, that nice high and tight fade, the straight razor shave, they'll fade your beard and all that stuff.
I got a lot of homegirls that are getting into the barber business, like hot chicks.
I think it's a good move.
I have my homegirl Chase Monroe, who she actually did a
I know who
Playboy
she is, yeah.
spread.
Mm-hmm.
She's a homegirl of mine.
Yeah.
Grew up in Santa Clarita also. And Chase Monroe, the lady barber, she makes a shit ton of money off of being hot, putting her boobs and giving guys perfect fades.
There was
Sorry, Chase, I gotta say that.
In Hollywood there was a business, Blades and Dolls or something like that. It was right on Hollywood Boulevard, and they made they did all right. But you know what's funny? They did after hours parties in that barbershop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because they're across.
That's a good biz.
They were across the street from the tattoo shop, so we would go over there, and they would just party with the barbers,
Nice.
the female barbers. Now these chicks were terrible at cutting hair. I'm going to say that right now.
But they were hot. You pay them enough just to look.
Yeah,
good
but they
and
were
see the
hot.
boobs.
But I think that was a problem because even the owner would complain. Like the owner would
Really?
get drunk and tell us, and he'd come over to the tattoo shop sometimes, and he'd sit there and he would complain about how these bitches can't fucking cut hair, but they got giant cans.
And they make money.
Yeah.
They bring people into the shop.
Well, I think it ultimately is not a good business plan because I got my hair cut there once and I never went back.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, look, I like hot chicks like everybody, but it's not worth my head getting all fucked up.
I mean, like Chase,
Yeah.
I know she's quite skilled, but if you're going to be a barber, then that's to put a perfect. Women's hair is fucking easy to cut. I will give you a $500 haircut in 5 minutes in my bathroom. I'm good at doing that shit. I know how to do that. When you have long hair, it's easy to cut and easy not to fuck up.
I know enough female hairstylists and barbers. I should
You
just
really
start a
do.
business, man.
Yeah, you should.
Between Audrey,
That should be
you, and
that should be a
fucking
part
your
of
mom,
that should
you
be
guys
a
would
part
kill
of-
it.
That should be a part of your new studio setup.
You guys would kill it, man.
Fuck yeah. But like to do a serious fade, like men's haircuts, it used to be like, yeah, men's haircuts are so quick and simple, but once the fade situations got put in and you got the razoring and you got the super sharp edging for, different ethnicities and stuff like that, and you have all the styles that they'll put in, even the shaving and the parts and stuff, that is hard. That's hard. That's a
I've had
skilled
bad fades. I've had them. I've had many bad
Yeah,
fades.
it's ridiculous.
And my head is difficult because I got a crooked left side, so that's hard to get.
You laid in the womb a little wonky?
No, it could be, maybe, but I have a cowlick, right? You got the cowlick
Oh.
in the back of your head.
That's not. I'm sitting there like I didn't notice that you had a wonky shaped cranium.
No, I got a
Yeah,
cowlick, but my
cowlick's
hair is different.
Everybody has
I haven't
cowlicks.
faded my hair in many years, so the cowlick is not as prominent anymore. But that's true. I actually haven't dealt with that in a while.
But everybody has a cowlick. But like men's hairstyles these days are way harder than women's hairstyles are. I'm telling you, I can cut a woman's hair in 5 minutes.
And
no
haircuts are
problem.
so expensive now. Like it's like, we're looking at. No, I know for men, haircuts used to be like $9 back in my day. You get a
Okay.
fade for $9.
Okay.
Then now we're getting close to 30. Now we're getting $30 for getting a little fade, a little shave.
The reason why
Chicks are like $200.
The reason why I learned no. The reason why I learned how to cut my own hair at a very young age, because when I first had to leave my mother cutting my hair, who was a professional hairstylist, as an adult, the first time I got my hair cut on my own, it was $200 at 18 years old. To get my hair cut now, the way that I cut it here by myself, $500 to $700.
Are you serious?
I'm
I think you're lying.
No, including my
That's so
my
stupid.
color. Yeah, nope.
That's so stupid.
So
That's
it's
dumb.
so true.
Oh my! You girls get ripped off of fucking everything. Your clothes, your haircuts.
You know what they call it? It's called the pink tax. Even fucking razors, the same razors that you use because they make them pink, they sell it to us at $5 more.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
No, but I'm a man that respects the hustle though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the money is. Women. Because women spare no expense, especially for their their looks.
For good stuff. I agreed.
Yeah, see, you can price it whatever. They don't give a fuck.
Not me. I'll do my research and I'll learn how to do it myself, motherfuckers.
Men don't give a fuck. See, men will save $1. Like they'll get the shittiest toothbrush because they don't want to spend $5.
But then they got the crappiest teeth.
Yeah, well, yeah, but men don't care. We want to save $1, man. Girls don't give a fuck. They want the best of everything, and that's why I dig the hustle. It's a smart move. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I agree with that, but. Also, it's kind of messed up. It's like even deodorant, the same deodorant that we use because it's got the smell of freesia instead of that weird spice smell that you guys get.
Yeah,
it's another $4 more.
But that's why pet supplies for my dogs. Mm-hmm. It is so expensive.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And because I'll just do it because I love my dogs.
Right, and you want to give them the best that
you want to get them the best. I mean, like I'll tell you guys out there, I pay $80 a bag for my 2 dogs, and they cut through that bag of food.
Oh yeah.
And you have to do it because my dog's got some allergies. We got to get that handled. But also, their beef bones have gone up. They've gone up $5, and they got smaller.
Oh, that's just inflation now.
Inflation, man. Fuck all your bitch ass inflation.
I mean, do we really want to get into that? Because it's going to go into politics, and everybody's going to get mad.
No. You know what? Nobody gets mad because we don't have enough listeners. So nobody gives a fuck.
All right.
That's the beauty of this podcast. I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say. Believe me, but I'm not a political dude either. You know what? My good old Father's Day, right? My dad said something great though. He goes. Nobody, because we were complaining about shitbags out there. You know what I mean? But my dad said something good, and this is a man that does enjoy politics and things like that. He goes, you know what? No one congratulates the good fathers out there, the good families. You know what I mean? No one walks by a park and go, look at that great family over there. They're playing catch with his son, right? What you remember is the shitbag that was sitting there harassing people. But there's 40 great families at the park, one shitbag, but we take that shitbag home and then we have to tell somebody about it. You know what I mean?
Optimist.
Yeah. And I go, you know what, Pop? I'm going to do that. When I come into a room, I'm not going to come in and be, but I saw this shitbag at the grocery store. No, I'm going to be like, look, there was 40 badass families out there playing ball.
And everybody else is going to be like, fuck you, because my days suck.
Yeah, everyone else is going to be boring.
But I love that. I love the fact that he's such an optimist.
I love that idea. But it is true. If I come in and just start talking about how great people are, you know what I mean? It's true. Nobody gives a shit. Like, that would be interesting. Like, when I came on this podcast and I bitched about Bizarro World, right?
Okay.
I got, quote, unquote, blown up for me, right?
Right.
I got personal text messages, dude, and telling me stories of their shitbag stuff. I got Facebook messages telling me their shitbag story, right?
That's funny, though.
But if I come on here and start talking about how great humans are, believe me, there's getting zero.
Okay, but different situation and opposite sex. If a guy is hanging out with a girl and she just starts complaining about fucking Bizarro World, he wants nothing to do with her. But if she's like, life is great and I'm doing so much stuff and this is amazing and blah, 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 then he's like, this person's got her shit going on and she's happy all the time. Like, if this girl is positive all the time, it's different. If women are positive all the time and don't have shit to complain about, people want to hear about that. If dudes are positive all the time, other guys will hate on that guy for not having an awesome, or for not having like a shitty life like them. Like, fuck that guy. Who the fuck does he think he is?
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But
like, he's always happy all the time. He got nothing. He's
but
boring.
let's really think about it. I mean, who hates on that person? Losers. Fucking losers.
Yeah. People who are fucking jealous.
And in my opinion, I don't want them as followers anyways. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
You know what I mean? It's like it's the same as
you suck.
It's the thing is like this fear porn that goes on out there, right? Like
fear porn.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that term.
Have you heard that? Yeah. I mean, it's basically, I mean, you know what it is. It's self-explanatory, but
People who get off on other people creating fear?
Well, it's what gets clicks on the news, right?
Okay.
What gets clicks is fear.
All right, yeah, true.
Fear gets clicks, not great messages, not these heroic firefighters that have put this fire out or anything. No, they have to get at some sort of.
No, it's not the heroic firefighters. It's the people that died before the other ones that they were able to save to get out.
Yeah, like it's fear porn, but that's what people click on.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's
clickbait.
It's clickbait, but it isn't what the people we need to focus on. We need to shoo those people away.
Yeah,
those are losers that want fear. They love to watch people fall. I don't like that. I'm a guy. If you guys out there are familiar with David Goggins, he is an inspirational dude, right? And it's positive. You think this is bad? Try this. Blah 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 blah. Right? And he's very militant about it. He's an ex-Navy SEAL, and but. The point is he has a ton of followers, and he is positive. You know what I mean? So I don't think we always have to be negative to get the clicks and things that you want.
I guess so.
And he
also kind of yells at the dudes and be like, you gotta do this, like,
stay hard.
Like, and then also there's like the Tony Robbins guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, you're not doing things with your life. This is the things that you like having the dad talk down. You know, like people want to have a father or a I don't know, a personal
father
hero figure, you know?
Well, because I think a lot of people out there don't have that father figure that'll slap some sense into them.
But for the most part, if they don't see you as that person, they're like, fuck that guy for having such a great life. What the fuck do you think he is?
Well, because it's disingenuous. And that's what I really believe is that there's a lot of these motivational speakers and a lot of these popular motivational speakers that are online or YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're very disingenuous. Because let's be honest, life isn't always like that. It's an up and down. And if life was awesome all the time, then it wouldn't be awesome. It would just be shit. Yep. That would be shit too. You have to go through the muck and mire, as they say, to understand what real happiness and having a good life is.
Yeah, to really appreciate it. Exactly.
But, but so like we as Americans, a lot of us live good lives and we still complain, and that's just the way life is, though. That's going to happen. But it is interesting how, like, for example, the fighters I know, guys that have been choked the fuck out, little things don't bother them. The little minutia of the world doesn't bother them because they've been choked out many times.
They know how quickly things can just be like, you're passed the fuck out.
Like, that ain't shit.
You're gonna wake up.
It ain't shit.
Doesn't matter.
These little things ain't shit.
Yeah.
And, again, easier said than done. I'm not saying they roll like that all the times. I'm sure they get upset about fucking credit card dues and whatever the fuck they got to deal with. You know what I mean? But I do believe that in the whole scheme of things, it's definitely if you're out there and you notice you start getting fucking anxiety about nothing, you start dealing with bullshit all the time, try boxing or try wrestling or get into something where you actually have some sort of survival instinct you have to deal with.
I think that physicality in itself, just making your body move, and like Sparrow, she's like, fuck you guys.
Sparrow is a great example because she has never dealt with shit.
What is hard at all? It's not, there's her, ladies and gentlemen, her ears are up, and she goes, they're talking about me.
Sparrow is the equivalent of a spoiled brat, because when I got her, I moved up a little bit, right?
Okay.
So she was able. She had a yard. She had a whole thing. Like she's been the baby, right? It's kind of a good example. I got Barron at a interesting point,
Yeah.
At a little interesting point in my life. So he had to deal with some shit. He had to deal with a little bit. He's sleeping with his tongue out. But I do believe there's something to that. But your life is your life, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're not. Don't put yourself in these situations just to give you, some sort of life experience for no reason. It's like a good example is if you're a rich man,
okay,
right? If you're a rich family,
okay,
and you worked your ass off to make this life for your kids, and now your kids go to all the best schools. It's no problem.
Yeah.
But the kids aren't going to get this kind of experience that'll make them a an interesting individual.
Yeah,
right?
they're going to get all the best things, but they're not going to ever experience any of the hardships.
But as a parent, you don't want them to experience hardships anyways. Like
I do.
You would want but
I would want, if they're not going to experience it, I would like to have them view it from secondhand and go out and be those kids who are a part of helping out charities and getting to know these people, these animals, these things that are like firsthand, know their struggles.
I like that one. That's a good move, I think.
Sorry, you just got 9 months at this awesome school that I paid thousands of dollars for you to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to get 1 month of your 3-month summer vacation helping out the people that need it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Volunteering at some sort of, I think that's a great move. Like
right?
a great move too would be,
and not just force your children, but inspire them to want
I'd
to
have them work on a
rise.
farm or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like hard work. Get your fucking hands dirty.
Get them hard work. Yeah, they don't need to experience things that we experienced as younger young adults or anything like that.
I can tell you from firsthand, there is nothing more rewarding than having a kid come to you and say, "You inspired me to do something bigger and better than I thought I ever could."
Right. So I think it's almost maybe the parent's fault when the kid starts to be
An
little
asshole?
spoiled asshole.
Yes.
Now, again, we're all assholes. All of us, our kids are assholes. I definitely was. And we didn't have a lot of money. So you don't need money to be an asshole.
I grew up in a trailer park. My brother's still an asshole.
But I do
Love
think
you, D.
that has something to do with the parents. I like the idea of charity.
Yeah.
And
teach your kids some fucking humility.
I like the farm, man.
I love the farm.
Even though we're in the city and by the beach, yeah, you're gonna go work on the farm. I want you milking cows.
No, you're gonna learn what it's like to have to work hard.
Right.
And on top of that, you're gonna spend a month there, and if you don't fucking work hard, you get to sleep out in the barn.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Teach them some humility. Teach them how to be dirty and smell bad.
Well, that's why I think
fucking work
that's
hard.
why I think all these little combat situations, like wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, all that stuff. That's why I think that is very important. Even judo's great, and even lame karate is good.
Lame karate.
Oh, the karate's dumb.
Yeah, but you know what it does? The spirituality behind it teaches you to respect.
Yes, but here's the problem with karate. Let me just move into that, because
you're gonna move into the combat situation. I'm talking about the spirituality.
No, I know well, I'm gonna talk about the spirituality because I believe that the sensei or the masters, they call him, he teaches the kids they really love this martial art, and this is the fighting style that you need, and it trumps everything else, and that's true. That is what they do with these kids.
Okay.
And it isn't though, but you're in big trouble with this fighting style. You're in big trouble because you think it works, but it doesn't.
Yeah, but you get, out of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that study karate.
Yeah.
Right. You get 1% that go into actually becoming like professional fighters or really.
It's less than 1%. Yeah.
Going through those tournaments, and those. It turns out more so these days, those people that are going through those tournaments also end up learning other martial arts.
Right. If they there's Kevin Holland and Wonder Boy, these guys are karate experts, but they morphed into
GSP, motherfucker.
Yes, but see, I think they're all kind of using this as it's cool, but they bailed from karate a long time ago.
Yeah, but you still see even in their styles,
I think the discipline is good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And honestly, is the respect for your sensei or whatever, your sensei and master dojo, it's
right.
more of a ritual.
Yeah.
You go in, you take your shoes off, you bow before you get on the mat, you do your practices before you even get into any sort of combat. It's a ritual.
Yeah.
And I like the ritual. I think the
I do too.
ritual is good for clearing out your mind before you get into any sort of combat situation.
I agree with that also.
Right?
I agree with that
And
also.
that happens in a lot of other different martial arts too, where you come in.
You know what's funny is now that I'm mentioning karate, I haven't seen a karate dojo in a long time. Like I think they're gone. I think they've been
Yeah, there's
abolished.
not a lot of them. I don't. You know, I think that
Sparrow,
the
jeez.
popularity coming back with the whole Miyagi Do and Cobra Kai
Yeah.
thing, like that they're starting to come back again. Because I've seen it. I've seen a couple of them
Really?
like sprout back up in more urban,
they would
or
have-
more suburban situations.
They would have to step up their fighting style and really modernize it. You
Yeah.
know, because it's bullshit. It just
But
is, man.
I think that's the
Like,
other thing though.
Let's
too.
not even call it fighting. I like martial art. It's a dance.
Yeah, it is.
I find it to be a dance, and some people probably get upset about that. I know one in my brain that really is serious about this, and I'll let.
Okay, so if you have let's talk about another kind of martial art that is very much the same. Like I see it the same way too, but it's more fluid. Is kung fu. So
Yeah,
you got a kung
bullshit.
fu fighter against a karate fighter,
And nothing happens. Nobody gets hurt.
Still looks like a cool ass battle.
It looks cool, but nobody gets hurt. Nobody wins. They just sit there and dance together.
The thing is, whatever happens, you get the grappler on the ground and like ground form.
Grappler smashes everybody.
I agree.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
the thing, what brings to it, it's the discipline and the art form of all of it, and the ritual.
Yeah.
That clears your mind, clears your body, brings you a sense of peace before any sort of combat situation. I like that.
Absolutely. And same with sports. I believe that too. Is that
Yeah,
you know,
you got so many different sports. You got it's like superstitious sports like baseball players.
but it isn't. I really believe like if you like, let's just say if you're a kid and you got all this anxiety and all this aggression, I do believe that it's like, I do believe that baseball, football, and all that stuff is not enough. I believe a one-on-one combat situation really pulls you out of this.
You know, oddly enough, I just listened. Like it's been on the news this week of a new poll done by like Long Beach, like whatever Cal State Long Beach.
Yeah.
That they've done the poli-sci situation over there. They have taken in to thousands of kids growing up for the last 10 years that were inducted into either like baseball, basketball, football, like team sports,
Mm-hmm.
and their mental stability, as opposed to people who are in one-on-one situations like tennis, karate, or like martial arts, gymnastics,
Mm-hmm.
and their mental stability. And those kids over a span of 10 years that were in team activities tended to be much more mentally stable. Whereas those
You're saying in team activities versus
which is those that are one-on-one, because
Yeah.
it's more of a competitive thing, and the parents tend to put more pressure on that kid to be competitive and move forward. It's a stressful situation, and those kids have worse mental situations.
I mean, I do believe being able to work in a team is an important thing to learn
Yeah.
as a younger fella. But also when you're a wrestler, you're still on a team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
true.
one-on-one, but you still are part of a team. A boxer is still part of a gym, and everybody that allowed them to get to where they're at.
So the sports that rank the highest in mental in the least mental stability are golf, tennis. Those are the highest, and then golf, tennis, and what was it? Figure skating, right? All depending on just that kid.
Mm.
And then you got into the teams where gymnastics also had teams. You had wrestling teams, and then it went so on. Like it just went down the scope of the more kids or the more people involved in that teammate or the more support system that kid had, the better off they were mentally.
That makes sense, and especially golf, because it's such a for one, you're not going to get injured for the most part.
Yeah, but also you're not just going against other people, but you're going against yourself.
Right, but and there's a great deal of concentration and focus that you need to have to be good at that. Same with shooting pool. I know pool doesn't get a lot of billiards does not get a lot of love, But
that's right. There's people that do that professionally too.
There,
There's weird professional sports that.
Well, I love shooting pool. I do. I enjoy it, and we used to shoot pool a lot. But there's a lot of concentration that goes with that. There's a ton of concentration, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think anything with concentration like that. But again, we don't have kids, so it's like sometimes you're preaching to the choir. But that doesn't make any sense what I just said. Preaching to the choir. I got distracted by the both of you. Really, is what I just said. I got derailed. I totally got derailed. That just happened to my brain, right there. When you shook your hand, and then with Sparrow, I totally just got derailed.
No, I'm sorry. I shook my hand just because my hand. I hurt my hand earlier today, guys.
Yeah, you have a splinter.
Yeah. But it's not just a shitty splinter, like
No,
a
it's a
tiny
bad one.
splinter. It fucking sucks, and it's lifting up my nail bed right now.
No,
it hurts.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah, it's under my fucking my pointer finger on my right hand, on my dominant hand. It's hard to even hold things.
Yeah.
So
All right, well, let's get out of here, guys.
All right, later, guys.
Cheers.